Hi everybody. I'm gonna go ahead and do a little uh, jacking exercise here, and I just wanted to show you guys the specs on the tires and how much they weigh, lug nuts, things like that, and then well, just informative. So this is the Bolt EV stock tire rim on the LT, and lug nuts are 3/4 inch. I always just use a hand tool, so there you go. Alright, a couple of things before I finish taking the tire off. Notice one thing is just the clearance here. This is something that we're going to have to keep in mind if we want to go to, say, a different size tire, different size rim, different size offset. I know people have said that the second generation Volt tires and rims will fit. Technically that's correct, right? They have the same bore of 56.6 millimeters, same pattern of 5 by 105 millimeter, but there could be some spacing issues, so not just here but also along the fender. You always have to worry about how that spacing will work. So just some things to keep in mind as we do this. Also, I pulled a couple lug nuts off already, and just to show you, these are tapered. They're fairly heavy. My guess is probably about 2 to 2.5 ounces each. I won't get into the debate of whether it's worth it to go to lightweight lug nuts, but you could if you wanted to. But yeah, they are the tapered style, and I believe they are M12 by 1.25, but don't quote me on that because I think we want to verify before someone goes out and buys aftermarket lug nuts. All right, so before I get onto the tire, just wanted to show you, the brake, the caliper. It's actually a pretty hefty brake caliper. Um, I don't know how much of the designations I can get in there. But yeah, it's sourced by GM, so this might mean something to some of you. I don't tend to get into the brakes all that much. It might actually be um, product code or something. Let me see if I can get a different angle. Um, One of the things is just with how light the Bolt EV is one of your few options really for cutting weight, shaving weight, especially unsprung or rotational, is going to be in the brakes and the calipers and the wheels, tires, things like that. So if you're going to get into performance modifications, this is probably where you're going to start. All right, so the light's making it a little bit hard to focus, so I apologize, but this is the inside of the rim. I kind of needed to start here so you could actually focus on the numbers. So just confirming, it is 17 by 6.5 J with a 44 offset. Uh, so it is manufactured in Korea by GM. So it seems like a well put together rim, but what I want to do now is see how much it weighs. So I'll see if I can get it on the scale, get it dialed in, and then we can know from the rim and tire how much it likely weighs. I believe these tires themselves are listed at 21 pounds, so that should give us a pretty good idea of how much the rim weighs. Alright, so it looks like the rim is coming in at, I'm going to have to activate the scale again. It seems to want to go off. So I'm putting only enough pressure to hold it on, but it looks like it's coming in at 45.4 pounds, which if the tires are, sorry, if the tires are a 21 pounds, that means we are looking at about a 23 to 24 pound rim. Now, there could be something with the TPMS, the tire pressure monitoring system sensors, and there could also be something with the goop that's adding weight. So weighing in at 45 pounds is, actually that's a lot more than I thought it would be, but in some ways that's good. These tires were never really meant for handling and performance driving, so a good set of 16-inch rims plus some lightweight performance tires, and you could easily be saving about 7-8 pounds per corner of weight. So that's sort of the sum of it. I'm not going to go too much more into detail, but yeah, that's the rim. And so I think there are definitely some options for lightening that up. You could easily save probably 40 pounds overall, get some lighter weight tires in there. So I hope that was helpful. I could add some more details as we go along, but this is my one big concern. Right now, there aren't a whole lot of aftermarket options, or at least not any that I like. You're mostly going to see lightweight rims in configurations that fit performance cars, and so Chevy or GM committing to doing a 5 by 105 millimeter bolt pattern kind of limits their options in terms of what you can get for a performance rim, and hopefully more manufacturers start making some lightweight forged aluminum rims that will fit these vehicles. But right now, I don't see that happening. Before I end, I just wanted to give a little bit of bonus material. The car is still off the ground, still jacked up, but just to show you something, and this is why I was a little bit critical of that concept of quote-unquote body roll that some people have claimed that they were experiencing in the car. This is just to give you an idea of the structural rigidity, right? So it's just jacked up over here, but I want you to look down at the bottom of the tire. So even though it's only jacked up on one corner, the rigidity of this chassis actually lifts up the other tire on that corner. I mean, it's something to be aware of, but I just wanted to note that because usually you only see that sort of rigidity in sports cars. So yeah, the structural rigidity of this of the Bolt EV's chassis is very good. So I just wanted to note that before I close out.